Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we have some, it's basically a new game announcement for Warhammer, and it is Warhammer Vermintide 2. They basically put out a teaser kind of trailer, which there's no footage in it at all. There's nothing, no really jazzy stuff like that, but the full release for the trailer and the announcement is going to come out on October the 17th. Now we have a couple of screenshots which they've released on the Steam store. By the way, the Steam store link is in the description if you want to go and check this out. Like I said though, there's nothing special at all. The full release comes out on October the 17th, so I'll be definitely be waiting for that. But the screenshots that we do have is just showing off some environments which is, of course, are probably the game's going to take place in. So it is changing their environments. It looks like a bit like I've seen like more kind of lighted forest areas and that kind of stuff. It looks a tad not gloom and doom in some of these screenshots. So it's going to be kind of fun to see what the narrative of the story is behind some of these missions. What I really want to do with this video is I want to try and speak about how they could improve Vermintide, the original game, with some of the stuff they can do in number 2. And I think at the top of my list is different characters. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed playing the original characters. I enjoyed playing the Empire, you know, the Wood Elf, the Mage, all that kind of stuff. But after a while, it got very, very boring for me. It just got to a stage where it was just a bit of, okay, I'll just go with that guy. There wasn't really a lot of flavour there for someone like myself who liked other factions. Like, I'm a huge Bretonnian nerd, so I would have absolutely loved a questing night for the Bretonnians to be added. And that doesn't stop there. You can have high elves, maybe a high elf mage with different aspects of the magic, maybe different kinds of dwarves, because at the moment we just had that one dwarf guy. So I would love different kinds of dwarf variants to be added, like different kind of classes and all that kind of stuff. This is where I think the game was the biggest letdown for me, is when we actually came to do characters and stuff. And like I said before, it just got a bit repetitive, a bit boring after a while playing the same characters. I loved the customization you could do. Absolutely loved like getting all the new weapons, tuning those weapons, making those weapons better with different things, or the trinkets you can add on your characters and stuff like that. I just wish we had more characters to do that too in the old game. And this is what my biggest hope for is in this new game. Now, the next big thing I would like in this game, and this is probably going against the actual game itself. I know the game's called Vermintide, but I would actually like different kinds of mobs. And in a way, the game teased us with this, because the actual Witch Hunter himself, like some of the voice emotes he does, and he speaks about the dead rising again and all that kind of stuff. Now this for me was a huge hint and a huge tease about different NPCs to be added into the game for us to fight. I would absolutely love to go against undead. I would love to like go against vampires and that kind of stuff. The Vermintide are great. I actually love the Skaven and all that kind of stuff. I just wish we had a bit more flavour of different enemies to actually fight. Orcs. I would love to see a fantasy orc. Just how big and how aggressive and domineering and just all that rage and stuff like that. I would love to just cut one in half or take his head off or something like that. It would actually be my dream to actually go against orcs and all that kind of stuff. I know it's kind of on the whim and on the edge of, you know, wishing for the most, but I really do wish they would add a different type of NPC, maybe just for one mission. I'm not saying for the entire game, but maybe just one mission where we go against something else, because at this moment in time, the end times, everyone is just battling each other for survival. It is a complete cluster of just armies smashing each other in the face. So it would make sense if maybe like an orc tribe came down to a certain village because part of their realm was, you know, lost, and they're trying to build it again in this part. And, you know, I'm sure the story could be written better than me, but I would love it. I would love, in a way, if they added more NPCs. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be in the entire map, in the entire game. Maybe just one or two missions, maybe an undead mission here, maybe an orc mission there, you know, just something that gives us a bit more spice to the game in the long run, and it keeps us going back. Then it's not just Skaven. It's something different, which gives the game a bit more personality, a bit more difference when you do come back and play it again and again and again with your friends. And well, this one might be a bit controversial because I know a lot of people like this system and I know a lot of people dislike it. But the loot system, I wish it would be improved a tad bit. There were certain like missions where I used to go on in Vermintide, and I used to roll, and I basically got an item for a character which I wasn't really interested in, and it was just like, ugh. I've just done this on nightmare mode and I've just got this item which I do not really care for one bit. So maybe if they attune the items and all that kind of stuff to make it a bit more dedicated to the person you're playing. I actually know they've done a lot in this area with like the items and stuff on the back end of the first game. They've done a great job, by the way. One of probably the most loved Warhammer games I've seen with a community. The community responds to all the kind of stuff they put out, and the actual development team themselves have done a cracking job at responding and putting some features in which people want. The DLCs they've been putting out as well have been cracking, amazing. I absolutely loved every last one of them. And they did a really cool thing where if I buy the DLC and I load the map, my friends can then play in that DLC without actually buying it. So again, 2 thumbs up for that. That was a cracking, really good way of advertising the DLC. Just not hiding it behind a paywall. For people can play it, and then if they like it, then they can go and buy it, with their friends and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping for more stuff like that in Vermintide 2. If they do DLCs, who knows? But I think the main DLC I would like is characters, like I said at the start. Give me characters and I will be a happy chapper with this game. Alright chaps, so that is me done. Sorry I couldn't give more information away. I'll try and contact the developers and see if I can get some nice little tidbits of information. But I think the most information we're going to get is on October the 17th. We'll get the full release trailer and we'll see what it offers us. All we can do now is just sit, wait, and hope for the best, I suppose. So, thank you for watching the video. I shall see you all very, very soon. Have a great week, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. See you in a bit, chaps, and bye-bye.